আজকে আমরা trigonometric inverse trigonometric ফাংশন স্টার্ট করব। বেসিক্যালি ইনভার্স trigonometric ফাংশন জানতে গেলে আমাদের আগে ভ্যালুস গুলো জানতে হবে। ভ্যালুস বলতে sin 30, sin 0 ডিগ্রি, sin 45 ডিগ্রি, sin 60 ডিগ্রি, sin 90 ডিগ্রি, cos 0, cos এই প্রত্যেকটা ভ্যালু আমাদের আগে জানতে হবে। ঠিক আছে, তো এবার আমরা যেটা দেখব রেঞ্জ sin থিটা। sin থিটার রেঞ্জ থাকে -π/2 থেকে π/2। ঠিক, cos থিটার রেঞ্জ থাকে 0 থেকে π। tan থিটার রেঞ্জ থাকে tan থিটা that is also -π/2 to π/2. This is the range of sin theta, cos theta and tan theta. Now আমরা আজকে যেটা করব সেটা পুরোপুরি দ্য প্রপার্টিজ অফ ইনভার্স ট্রিগোনোমেট্রিক ফাংশন। যে কোশ্চেন্স গুলো আমাদের বোর্ডে আসবে আমরা সেগুলো নিয়ে ডিসকাস করব। আচ্ছা, তার আগে একটা জিনিস জেনে রাখি যে সাইন ইনভার্স of sin theta that is equals to sin theta. Sorry, properties, basically properties. দেখি কি করে আমরা প্রুফ করব, এটা আমরা কি করে প্রুফ করব। লেখ sin theta equals to x, therefore theta equals to sin inverse x। সাইনটাকে লিখে নিলাম। এবার এই থিটার জায়গায় এটা পুট করে তাহলে sin ইনভার্স থিটা, এখানে থিটা আছে তাহলে sin থিটা মানে x, তাহলে থিটা ইকুয়ালস টু sin ইনভার্স x। ওকে, তাহলে আমরা কি লিখতে পারি, sin of sin inverse x equals to theta. Proved. Just like this we can write cos inverse of cos theta equals to theta. Tan inverse of tan theta equals to theta. Sec inverse of sec theta equals to theta. Cosec inverse cosec theta equals to theta. Cot inverse of cot theta equals to theta. So we can prove. আমি প্রত্যেকটা ডিরাইভ করলাম না, আমি একটা ডিরাইভ করলাম, আমার মনে হয় বাদ বাকিগুলো তোরা ডিরাইভ করে নিতে পারবি। আচ্ছা, you can pause and write it down. Next, আমরা এটা করব। এটা আমরা জানলাম যে sin ইনভার্স অফ sin থিটা কি হয়। এবার যদি এখানে নেগেটিভ আসে, তিনটে ফর্মুলা জাস্ট একটু মনে রাখতে হবে। sin ইনভার্স অফ -x, sin ইনভার্স অফ -x will be equals to minus of sin inverse x. Similarly, cosec inverse of -x equals to minus of cosec inverse x. Tan inverse of minus x equals to minus tan inverse x. Okay, এটাকে আমরা A ক্যাটাগরি বলছি। A ক্যাটাগরি তার মানে যখন আমাদের sin ইনভার্স অফ -x আসবে, কমপ্লিটলি sin ইনভার্স x আগে মাইনাস সাইনটা বসে হবে। সেম ভাবে cosec ইনভার্সের জায়গাও তাই, tan ইনভার্সের জায়গাও তাই। তাহলে আমরা এখন ক্যাটাগরি A বললাম, তাহলে নিশ্চয়ই ক্যাটাগরি B বলেও কিছু আছে। তাহলে ক্যাটাগরি B কি হবে, ক্যাটাগরি B কারা হবে, অবভিয়াসলি cos ইনভার্স -x। এইখানে কি হবে, এখানে হবে পাই মাইনাস cos inverse x. Sec inverse of -x will be pi minus sec inverse x. Cot inverse of -x will be pi minus cot inverse x. For an example, suppose আমি লিখলাম cos inverse minus half, কি হবে তাহলে, that is pi minus cos inverse half. Cos inverse half মানে কত? Half cos এর কোন ভ্যালু half? 60 ডিগ্রি। তাহলে pi minus pi by 3, তাহলে কি হবে? 3, that is 3 pi minus pi, that is 2 pi by 3. Okay. Similarly, আমি এটি লিখি sin inverse minus 1 by root 2. কি হবে? আমরা কি জানি এটা মানে কি minus sin inverse of 1 by root 2. তো sin inverse 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2 কি হবে? 1 by root 2 পাওয়ার ভ্যালু sin এর 45, that is pi by 4. Okay, this is the difference. যখন sin inverse minus theta, that will be minus sin theta, or cos inverse minus theta, that will be pi minus cos inverse theta. Okay, just note it down. Next sorry, we can write sin inverse x equals to cosec inverse 1 by x. How? Derive. How can we derive this formula? Let sin inverse x equals to theta. Well, x equals to sin theta. Okay. Now, so we can write 1 by x equals to 1 by sin theta. That is 1 by x equals to cosec theta. Now 1. That means cosec inverse 1 by x equals to theta. So therefore theta equals to cosec inverse 1 by x. Is it clear? Similarly we can write same way cos inverse x equals to sec inverse 1 by x. Tan inverse x equals to cot inverse 1 by x. Sec inverse তো হয়ে গেল আমাদের, plus that's it. These three formulas. Okay, that is sin inverse x equals to cosec inverse 1 by x, cos inverse x equals to sec inverse 1 by x, and tan inverse x equal to cot inverse 1 by x. So these are the three formulas. Now, so can we write sin inverse 1 by 2 equals to cosec inverse 2. Okay, just see, sin inverse 1 by 2 will be reciprocal, that is cosec inverse 2. Now sin inverse, so another formula we can write sin inverse x plus cos inverse x equals to pi by 2. How can we get this formula? Let sin inverse x equals to theta, therefore x equals to sin theta. Okay, now we can write x equals to cos pi by 2 minus theta. So cos inverse x equals to pi by 2 minus theta. Okay, now just put the values. Sin inverse x plus cos inverse x. Again, sin inverse x plus cos inverse x. Sin inverse x means theta, plus cos inverse x means pi by 2 minus theta. So we can cancel out theta and theta. That is pi by 2. Proved. So again, sin inverse x equals to theta, therefore x will be sin theta. Now we can write sin theta means cos pi by 2 minus theta, that is complementary angle of plus 10. So cos pi by 2 minus theta, cos field में यदि जानी, that is cos inverse x will be pi by 2 minus theta. Now just put the value, sin inverse x plus cos inverse x means theta plus pi by 2 minus theta, that is pi by 2. Similarly we can write sec inverse x plus cosec inverse x equals to pi by 2, and tan inverse x plus cot inverse x equals to pi by 2. Same way we can derive these two formulas. Same way we can derive these two formulas. Okay, so is it clear? I think. Next, just pause and note it down. If we remember the formula of compound angle and multiple angle, it will be much more easier for us to derive the formulas. Now, next, sine inverse x plus sine inverse y will be equals to sine inverse x root over 1 minus y square plus y root over 1 minus x square. Okay, how can we derive this formula? Again, let sine inverse x equals to theta. Therefore, x equals to sine theta. Okay. Now, x square equals to sine square theta. Therefore, 1 minus x square equals to 1 minus sine square theta. Therefore, 1 minus x square equals to cos square theta. Or root over 1 minus x square equals to cos theta. Fine. Now, again, let sine inverse y equals to phi. Therefore, y will be sine phi. Y টাকে sine phi লিখতে পারি আমরা. Similarly, y square equals to sine square phi. 1 minus y square equals to 1 minus sine square phi. 1 minus y square equals to cos square phi. Root over 1 minus y square equals to cos phi. Okay, so we have the values of sine theta, cos theta, sine phi and cos phi. Now, if we write sine theta plus phi, okay, what can we write? Sine theta plus phi means from compound angle, that is sine theta cos phi plus cos theta sine phi. Okay, now just put the values. Now just put the values from these two equations. Sine theta means x, cos phi means root over 1 minus y square plus cos theta means 1 minus root over 1 minus x square, and sine phi means y. So I am writing y at the beginning. Now you can write theta plus phi equals to sine inverse of this. Okay, is that clear? Just sine টাকে এদিকে নিয়ে এলাম, that is sine inverse of this. Now theta plus phi, theta means sine inverse x plus phi means sine inverse y, that is sine inverse x 1 minus y square plus y 1 minus x square. That is proved. So we can derive the formula sine inverse x plus sine inverse y equals to sine inverse x root over 1 minus y square plus y root over 1 minus x square. So similarly we can write, that is sine inverse x minus of sine inverse y will be sine inverse x root over 1 minus y square minus y root over 1 minus x square. Just I will change the sign, minus sign I will put over there. So I think it is clear. Okay, next, cos inverse x plus cos inverse y. We can write cos inverse xy minus 1 minus root over 1 minus x square into root over 1 minus y square. Same way, how can we derive this? Let cos inverse of x equals to theta. Therefore, x will be cos theta. X square will be cos square theta. 1 minus x square equals to 1 minus cos square theta. Same. Root over 1 minus x square equals to, okay, step jump korochilam, okay, 1 minus x square equals to sine square theta. That is root over 1 minus x square will be sine theta. So in the same way we can write cos inverse. Cos inverse y equals to phi. That is y equals to cos phi. Similarly, y square will be equals to cos square phi. 1 minus y square equals to 1 minus cos square phi. 1 minus y square equals to sine square phi. Root over 1 minus y square equals to sine phi. Okay. Now cos theta plus phi. We know that cos theta cos phi minus sine theta sine phi. Now we'll just put the values. Cos theta means x, that is x. Cos phi means y, minus sine theta means root over 1 minus x square. Sine phi means root over 1 minus y square. Okay, now that is theta plus phi will be equals to cos inverse of this. Theta means cos inverse x. Phi means cos inverse y equals to cos inverse xy minus root over 1 minus x square into root over 1 minus y square. Is that clear? Okay. So similarly we can write that cos inverse x minus cos inverse y will be equals to cos inverse xy plus 1 minus x square into root over 1 minus y square. Okay. So this is how we can derive the formula of cos inverse x plus cos inverse y equals to cos inverse xy minus root over 1 minus x square into root over 1 minus y square. So now we will get tan theta. We will write the formula of tan theta. That is tan inverse x plus tan inverse y will be equals to tan inverse x plus y by 1 minus xy. How? We can write let tan inverse x equals to theta. Therefore, tan theta equals to x. Okay. Now, let tan inverse y equals to phi. Therefore, tan phi will be equals to y. Now, compound angle tan theta plus phi. We can write tan theta plus tan phi by 1 minus tan theta tan phi. Now we will just put the values. Tan theta means tan inverse x. Tan theta means x. X plus tan phi means y by 1 minus xy. So we can write theta plus phi equals to tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy. Theta means tan inverse x. Tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equals to tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy. So we got the formula. Okay. Now similarly we can prove that tan inverse of x minus tan inverse of y will be equal to tan inverse x minus y by 1 plus xy. Okay. This is the basic formula of tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equals to tan inverse x plus y by 1 minus xy. Okay. Now, cot. inverse x plus cot inverse y. Just see. Again, let cot inverse x equals to theta. Therefore, cot theta will be equals to x. Similarly, let cot inverse y equals to phi. Therefore, cot phi equals to y. Now, again, compound angles. Cot theta plus phi. We know that cot theta plus phi, that is cot theta cot phi minus 1 by cot phi plus cot theta. Now we will put the values from these two equations. Cot theta means x, that is x. Cot phi means y, minus 1 by cot phi, that is y plus x. Cot inverse theta plus phi equals to this. Therefore, cot inverse x plus cot inverse y equals to cot inverse xy minus 1 by y plus x. Okay. Similarly, we can write cot inverse x minus of cot inverse y equals to cot inverse xy plus 1 by y minus x. Okay. So you can pause and write it down. Okay. Next. Tan inverse x. Tan inverse x equals to sine inverse 2x by 1 plus x square. Okay. So, how can we derive this formula? At first, let tan inverse x equals to theta. Okay. So, we can write theta, that is tan 2 theta. Tan inverse x equals to theta. Then therefore x equals to tan theta. Okay. Just we can convert tan inverse to this side, that is x equals to tan theta. Therefore, sine 2 theta, we know that sine 2 theta equals to 2 tan theta by, okay, 2 tan theta by 1 plus tan square theta. Now, just put the values, that is sine of 2 theta equals to 2x by 1 plus x square. Sine 2 theta will be 2x, 2 tan theta. Tan theta is equals to x, that is 2x. Therefore, 2 theta equals to sine inverse 2x by 1 plus x square. 2 theta means tan inverse x, that is tan inverse x will be equals to sine inverse 2x by 1 plus x square. Okay, this is the formula. From multiple angle. That is, we are representing sine theta with respect to tan theta. Okay. Now we will get cos 2 theta. That is 2 tan inverse x equals to, now we will get 2 tan inverse x. 2 tan inverse x equals to cos inverse 1 minus x square by 1 plus x square. Same way, just the same thing. Again, let tan inverse x equals to theta. Therefore, x will be equals to tan theta. Now, we know that cos 2 theta equals to 1 minus tan square theta by 1 plus tan square theta. Okay, now just put the values of tan theta. That is, cos 2 theta will be equals to 1 minus x square by 1 plus x square. Again, this is the formula we get from multiple angle, that is representing cos 2 theta with respect to tan theta. Now 2 theta equals to cos inverse 1 minus x square by 1 plus x square. Theta 2 tan inverse x equals to cos inverse 1 minus x square by 1 plus x square. Is that clear? Fine. Next, three sine inverse x equals to sine inverse 3x minus 4x cubed. How can we get this one? Now let sine inverse of x equals to theta. Okay, therefore we can write x equals to sine theta. Okay, fine. Now sine 3 theta means 3 sine theta minus 4 sine cube theta. Now just put the values. 3 sine theta means x, that is 3x minus 4x cubed. Therefore 3 theta equals to sine inverse 3x minus 4x cubed. Therefore theta is sine inverse x, that is 3 sine inverse x equals to sine inverse 3x minus 4x cubed. Okay, so this is the value of sine 3 theta. We can get the formula of sine 3 theta. Similarly 3 cos inverse theta equals to cos inverse 4x cubed minus 3x. Okay. Now let cos inverse of x equals to theta. Therefore x equals to cos theta. Now cos 3 theta equals to, we know that 4 cos cube theta minus 3 cos theta. Just put the values. That is cos of 3 theta equals to 4x cubed minus 3x. Therefore 3 theta will be equals to cos inverse 4x cubed minus 3x. So 3 theta means cos inverse x. Cos inverse x equals to cos inverse 4x cubed minus 3x. So this formula is also derived. Okay, 2 tan theta by 1 plus tan square theta. Now just put the values. That is sine of 2 theta equals to 2x by 1 plus x square. Sine 2 theta will be 2x 2 tan theta. Tan theta is equals to x, that is 2x. Therefore 2 theta equals to sine inverse 2x by 1 plus x square. 2 theta means tan inverse x, that is tan inverse x will be equals to sine inverse 2x by 1 plus x square. Okay, this is the formula from multiple angle. That is, we are representing sine theta with respect to tan theta. Okay, now we will get cos 2 theta, that is 2 tan inverse x equals to, now we will get 2 tan inverse x equals to cos inverse 1 minus x square by 1 plus x square. Same way, just the same thing. Again, let tan inverse x equals to theta. Therefore, x will be equals to tan theta. Now, we know that cos 2 theta equals to 1 minus tan square theta by 1 plus tan square theta. Okay, now just put the values of tan theta. That is, cos 2 theta will be equals to 1 minus x square by 1 plus x square. Again, this is the formula we get from multiple angle, that is representing cos 2 theta with respect to tan theta. Now 2 theta equals to cos inverse 1 minus x square by 1 plus x square. Theta 2 tan inverse x equals to cos inverse 1 minus x square by 1 plus x square. Is that clear? Fine. Next, three sine inverse x equals to sine inverse 3x minus 4x cubed. How can we get this one? Now let sine inverse of x equals to theta. Okay, therefore we can write x equals to sine theta. Okay, fine. Now sine 3 theta means 3 sine theta minus 4 sine cube theta. Now just put the values. 3 sine theta means x, that is 3x minus 4x cubed. Therefore 3 theta equals to sine inverse 3x minus 4x cubed. Therefore theta is sine inverse x, that is 3 sine inverse x equals to sine inverse 3x minus 4x cubed. Okay, so this is the value of sine 3 theta. We can get the formula of sine 3 theta. Similarly 3 cos inverse theta equals to cos inverse 4x cubed minus 3x. Okay. Now let cos inverse of x equals to theta. Therefore x equals to cos theta. Now cos 3 theta equals to, we know that 4 cos cube theta minus 3 cos theta. Just put the values. That is cos of 3 theta equals to 4x cubed minus 3x. Therefore 3 theta will be equals to cos inverse 4x cubed minus 3x. So 3 theta means cos inverse x. Cos inverse x equals to cos inverse 4x cubed minus 3x. So this formula is also derived.